welcome back. It's me again, Kristen from the Calapooya Watershed Council, and today I'm here to teach you about riparian areas. Do you know what a riparian area is? I'll give you a hint. I'm standing in one right now. Do you think you might have any idea, if you were to take a look around, where I might be standing, what a riparian area is? Were you able to figure out what riparian area means? A riparian area is an area of land that borders a water body. So it could be bordering a creek like I am here today at Wiley Creek. It could be a river or the ocean or a pond, any water body. Some people will even say a puddle has a riparian area. And riparian areas are important, and we learn about them and study them because a healthy riparian area can help to keep its water body clean and healthy. An unhealthy riparian area could result in a water body that's not as healthy. It's important to remember that a healthy riparian area performs 4 main functions for the watershed. Those functions are bank stability, shade, water filtration and storage, and habitat. The first function that a healthy riparian area provides for the watershed is bank stability. This is also called erosion control, and it just means that the plants that grow in the riparian area help to hold the soil in place and keep it from washing into the water body. The second function of a healthy riparian area is shade. The plants that grow up over the creek or river can shade the water, keeping it cool, which is very important to salmon and trout. Cooler water also holds more oxygen, which fish and other aquatic organisms need to survive. The next important function or job that a healthy riparian area provides is water storage and filtration. When water is able to infiltrate into the ground, it can stay in the soil until the dry season, when that water is slowly released back into the water body. As the water infiltrates into the ground, the soil is able to filter or clean that water, helping to keep rivers, lakes, and streams healthier. And lastly, a healthy riparian area provides habitat for wildlife. These riparian areas are places where wildlife can find food, shelter, and a safe place to raise their young. Riparian areas with a lot of plant diversity provide more habitat than areas with few plant types. These 4 functions are why riparian areas are so important, and why we try to keep riparian areas healthy, and why we try to enhance the health of riparian areas that might be a little bit unhealthy. And these 4 functions are all beneficial for salmon that live in our creeks and rivers here in Oregon. But what we don't usually think about is how much the riparian area also needs a healthy salmon population. As these salmon come up into the rivers and streams and die, they're brought up onto the land where they're eaten and they decay and they add nutrients to the soil. They're also eaten, and animals that eat them go into the forest and do what animals do in the forest, adding more nutrients. These nutrients are very important, very rich, as they come from the ocean. We call these marine-derived nutrients, and we found evidence of these nutrients all the way in the tops of trees as far inland as Idaho, which is pretty cool. In order to fully study the health of a riparian area, you have to wear a lot of different hats. And today, Sarah is going to be wearing those hats for us. The first hat that you need to wear is that of a forest biologist. As a forest biologist, you'll study the amount of shade that covers your stretch of river. Next, you'll put on the hat of a botanist. As a botanist, you'll study the health of the plant community that's growing in the riparian area. After that, you will put on the hat of an aquatic biologist. Wearing this hat, you will study the health of the in-stream habitat, what's going on underneath the surface of the water. Finally, you'll put on the hat of a geologist. As a geologist, you'll study the substrate of the creek or river. biologist, you will determine the amount of shade that covers a stretch of river by conducting a mock canopy cover survey. Shade helps keep rivers and streams cool, which is important for salmon survival. This survey is going to be done indoors using the photos that are provided in your kit. As a botanist, you will look at the plant diversity, or the different types of plants present in the riparian area. Plant diversity is important because the more kinds of plants present, the different kinds of habitats that riparian area can provide. As an aquatic biologist, you'll note how many riffles, runs, and pools are present in the stretch of stream you're observing. You will also note the presence or absence of several different habitat types. Diversity of habitat in stream is important, just like that on land, as it provides habitat for different kinds of aquatic animals. As a geologist, you're going to identify the different types of substrate that are present, paying special attention to the amount of cobble and gravel. Substrate provides habitat for aquatic organisms. Salmon use cobble and gravel to build their redds. So a lot of cobble and gravel means that this is good substrate for salmon spawning. A lot of substrate diversity means that you have a lot of habitat for other aquatic organisms. You will see that each activity results in a score for the health of that component of the riparian area. When you've completed all of the activities, add these scores up to determine the overall health of the riparian area. Once you have the overall score, brainstorm ways that riparian area could be improved. For your riparian area assessment, all you need is a clipboard, a pencil or other writing utensil, and your riparian curriculum, which includes all your data sheets. Don't forget to take an adult with you, even though you won't be getting in the water to conduct these assessments.